Hi everyone, and welcome to another video of Cooking in the Dark. I'm Beatrice and I will be cooking some shrimp fried rice and chicken chow mein. The ingredients for the shrimp fried rice is white rice, shrimp, some peas and carrots, the soy sauce. I'm gonna throw in some jalapenos, and I'm also gonna be making the chicken chow mein. So for that, we're gonna use 2 chicken breasts, onion, carrots, a box of the chow mein noodles, and that is all. So sit back, relax, and let's get to it. Okay, so first for the shrimp fried rice, we're gonna start with putting oil in the pan. And I'm knocking over the other one. Okay, so like I said, I always check. Don't turn it on until after. Make sure that you have enough in the bottom. You don't want to put too much. You might want to add some after though. Okay. Then we're gonna turn it on. Okay. And we're gonna let this get hot. Okay, so we have the oil cooking, and I'm gonna cut these peppers. They're jalapenos, whatever you want to call them. I'm putting about, I'm gonna put 2. 3, probably too much. Too spicy for me. So I'm gonna cut them long ways first. Be careful with your fingers. And then I'm gonna chop them up into small pieces. So the first step will be to put the shrimp in the fryer. In the pan to fry. You gotta be real careful with when you're cutting small stuff that you don't cut your fingers. It's always a little bit harder to do. So I'm gonna do this. Since I can't see, sometimes I use more my ears and my nose to kind of hear if the oil's getting hot or if it's burning, and it doesn't smell like either one, so we're still good. Okay, the jalapenos, you can cut them as small as big as you want them. I'm just cutting them up to give it a little bit of a spice. And then I'm gonna grab the shrimp and take it to the stove, but before I'm gonna throw in the jalapenos in here to throw them in together. Okay, so here we go. Here's the stove. You gotta be careful when you're putting them in because you don't want it to splash like it just is on me. So that is in. We are just gonna sprinkle some pepper, regular pepper, and some salt. We're gonna stir them up, fry them for about maybe 5 minutes, and I'll be right back with the next one. Okay, so now we have the shrimp. They're almost ready. They look a little bit pink, so I heard. Now we're gonna put in the peas and carrots. Here they are. And it's just 1 can of peas and carrots. Once again, just mix everything together. I did kind of forget one detail. You're gonna need 1 egg. So make sure all this is put together, and then we're gonna throw in 1 egg. This is the easiest way to make it. Okay, so we'll let this cook, and then we'll be back to put in the egg and the rice. Okay, so we already have in here the shrimp, the mixed vegetables, which includes carrots and peas, and the jalapenos. So I'm gonna put in the missing ingredient, which is the egg. Crack 1 egg into the pan. And all you need is 1 egg. Just gonna mix it in there. Wait till it's cooked, and then the last step is to put in the rice and the soy sauce. So we'll be right back with that. We're getting ready to put in the rice and the soy sauce. At this point, I feel like I need to add more pepper. It's here somewhere. Okay, here it is. So I'm gonna add a little bit more pepper because I love pepper. Okay. Now I'm gonna get the rice and the soy sauce. Here we go. The rice has to be pre-cooked, and it's just basically white rice. And it's about 2 cups of white rice. And this was cooked in the Instant Pot by my friend Joseph. He is also blind, but he also has a show. It's on the Rambo Live. It's called Happy Plates, Cooking with Blind Chef Joey. Okay, so we're gonna incorporate this together and then add the soy sauce, and then we'll be done. Okay, so now I'm gonna put in the soy sauce. You can put as much as you want, as little as you want. You can add more after. It's just to give it more flavor and make the white rice turn brown, pretty much. So I added some. Gonna mix it up, and we'll be done. So stay tuned for the final product. Okay, so now that the shrimp fried rice is done, we're gonna start making the chicken chow mein. So what I started was to boil the water, because you have to boil the water first in order to put the noodles in. Now we're gonna go cut the vegetables, the onions, and the chicken. So we'll do that now. Okay, so now I'm gonna cut the carrots first. I'm just checking to make sure they're all facing the right direction, the same direction. So I'm gonna cut these into like maybe less than ½ inch. Hope they don't fly everywhere. Okay, so I'll cut these, and then I'll cut the chicken. We have the carrots done. We're gonna cut the chicken as well into small pieces. You don't want to cut them too big so they can cook faster. So I'm gonna do that. I cut them long ways first, and then I cut them into small squares. And then once I'm done cutting, we're gonna start throwing stuff in the pan. Okay, so we're gonna put oil in the pan. Okay, and then we're gonna start frying up the chicken. This is for the chicken chow mein. I already cut it up and have it ready to go. Okay. So I'm putting the chicken in. It's cut into squares. So I'm gonna fry this a little bit. a lot of it. I'm gonna put in something else. I'm gonna put in some salt to taste. You don't want to put too much because we're gonna be adding soy sauce, and the soy sauce will be salty. So don't add too much salt. I'm also gonna put in a mixture of spices that come with the chow mein, mixture. So we're gonna fry this up for a minute, or actually about 10 minutes, and then I'm gonna add the rest of the stuff. So we are still cooking the chicken. This takes a little bit longer. This should take about maybe 15 minutes, but since it's halfway cooked right now, I'm gonna throw in the carrots so they could cook with the chicken and the onion. Let me get the carrots. Also, you just toss them in here. And I chopped up 4 carrots. They were about medium size, I want to say. First, I peeled the skin off them, and then I cut them up. So now we're gonna incorporate the chicken with the carrots. Let those cook for another about 5-10 more minutes, and then we'll be back with the next step. Okay, so we've cooked this about maybe 15-20 minutes now. We're gonna prepare a seasoning that comes with the chow mein box. It gives it a really good flavor when you mix it in with the chicken and the carrots and onions. So this stuff comes inside the chow mein box. I believe it's called mince. So we're gonna put it in half a cup of boiling hot water to dissolve it. We're gonna put, it comes with 2, so you want to use both of them. And it has so much flavor. It smells so delicious. And what you do is you just pour it in there. You mix it around. Oh, make sure you don't spill it. And then we walk over to the stove, and we're gonna pour it into the chicken, the carrots with the onions. So just pour it right in over everything. Then you're gonna grab your spoon, mix it all together. Let this boil for about 5 more minutes. So in the meantime that this is boiling, we're gonna put in the noodles to cook. The noodles only need to boil for 5 minutes. We've already had the water on, so the water should be boiling. Let me show you what the noodles look like. So these are the noodles, and when you pour them into the pot, you want to make sure that they don't fall apart. Just put them in as they are. The less they fall apart, the better, I think. So just let them in like that. We'll wait for them to boil in about 5 minutes, and then we'll be back to put it all together. So now these should be pretty much done. We are gonna drain the noodles, add oil and soy sauce to the pot, fry the noodles, and then throw these delicious chicken, carrots, and onions in the mix. Okay, so now we're gonna drain the noodles. We're gonna do it the easy way, the TikTok way, which is always put your strainer into the pot. We're gonna use these handy dandy glovies, mittens, so that we don't burn ourselves. Okay. We're gonna grab the pot with the strainer, take it to the sink, make sure we're in the right sink, and drain it. Okay, and voila, it's drained. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move the chicken so that I can use this side of the stove to fry up the noodles. So now that our noodles are drained, we're gonna fry. Oof, they're hotty. Ta-dum, 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 ta-dum. Here we go. So in here, I am gonna mix them real quick. I'm gonna add oil. You don't want to add too much, but you want to add enough. So I go around like that. That's a lot. Okay. And then you just swirl it around. Let the oil get hot. Let the noodles cook. And then we'll keep frying this up. We'll be right back. Okay, so the noodles are getting fried now. You can hear them, smell them. You don't want them to get too fried. So then now, wait, sorry, just kidding. We're gonna get the soy sauce and sprinkle soy sauce in there. Just like that. As much, as little as you want. Mix it around again. Okay, so now the noodles are almost done frying. You don't want to fry them too much because you don't want them too crunchy. Noodles are not supposed to be crunchy. Although, you know, some people do, but not me. So once you put in the soy sauce, you put in the oil, everything. We are now gonna put in the chicken mixture with the vegetables. So just dump it right on top. Smell that? So we're gonna put it in. We are gonna mix it again. Spoon. We're gonna mix it in. And we will be right back with the full finished menu. So everything is done and it's served. So now we'll pass it on to Joseph so he can tell us how it tastes. Joseph?
Hello, I'm so excited to taste this. It smells good. Let's check it out. Let's taste the rice first.
Is it missing anything? Pretty good for the first time?
It's really good, yeah. Okay, let's try the rice, you guys, is very good.
And I didn't pay him to say that.
Huh. Now let's try the chow mein.
The chow mein might be a little bit hotter because that one just finished cooking right now.
Let's blow on it. Wow. Very good, you guys. I so give it a 10.
Yay.
It's good.
Okay, so we are all done. And I hope you guys subscribe, follow, and if you want to share it, that'll be very helpful. So thank you so much, and we'll see you on the next episode.